Hi everybody, my name is Andrea Hunt and I am a transformational life coach. And one of the biggest questions that I get is, why do I need a life coach? And that's a really good question, and it's totally valid because some people are like, well, maybe I don't need one. Maybe you don't. Maybe you're one of those people who has managed to rock your own personal growth and you've figured out all of your blind spots. You just make goals and you go for it and you do it and succeed, and all of the areas of your life are perfectly imbalanced. And you're completely accountable for yourself. And if you are one of those people, that is absolutely amazing. You are a unicorn. But for most of us, and I include myself in this, because I've definitely struggled with many aspects of work-life balance, being accountable to myself over the years. Many different areas that I realized that when I had a life coach, it was much better for me because I could be accountable and I could also do the things that I wanted to do, and also be more honest and reflective when it came to my own personal growth. So the biggest thing that a life coach would help you with is evaluating your present day. What are the areas that are going really well in your life? And what are the areas maybe you need to improve some things in your life? What are the resources that you have? Where are you? What would you like to have instead? Because it's not enough to simply realize, okay, I'm in a bad situation, I hate my job or something. It's also, in terms of your own fulfillment, important to realize, okay, how do I change this situation so that I can have something better that leads to my own joy and fulfillment. So I got some reasons that I listed down here, so why you possibly could need a life coach. First one is, these are things that I've heard from clients this year. So if you're feeling stuck, since March 2020, basically for most of us, we've gone through lockdowns, we've gone through all sorts of uncertainty, we've gone through all of this instability that comes with, people have gotten laid off, people have been in very confined spaces with their partner, or, having the extra responsibilities of homeschooling if they're parents. And so things have just been really difficult because people feel that while they're in lockdown, they don't really know how to move forward because they don't feel like they have any control. So that's one of the big things that people have been coming to me for this year, is just feeling stuck, and especially like, what are my next moves? How do I plan given the resources that I have and where I am and the whole situation? The other thing is like, people, I think during the last year, have especially started to analyze areas where they realize that maybe they were unfulfilled. And a lot of times, when we're unfulfilled in one area, we try to go and seek, some kind of a replacement for it by like searching only things that are fun, but then not actually finding things that make us happy, because it's very easy to distract ourselves when we can constantly go out and do things, or distract ourselves with, Netflix or whatever. And it's harder to be more reflective and really be honest with ourselves about which areas of our life that we don't feel fulfilled in, whether it's our job or, not having it aligned with our values, or maybe it's even our relationship, or maybe it's just simply where we are, on a personal level with stress and anxiety or whatever. The other thing is, it's good to have a life coach because it's that sense of accountability that is really important, because, for a lot of us, we can have goals and we're like, okay, we're going to do this. And New Year's resolutions are a great example of this, because people start off the year really gung-ho, and they want to have, okay, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do this. And then most people, and I forget what the percentage is, but it's really high. It's like, 80% or something like that of people don't actually fulfill their New Year's resolutions. And it's because maybe they're going about it the wrong way, because trying to motivate yourself with negativity does not really lead to positive motivation. You can actually kind of create a lot of resistance with yourself. You can keep yourself stuck, and and it's not going to help you to be accountable and motivate yourself in a positive way. And this is where a life coach can come in, with like, okay, we're going to do this, and you said that you wanted to, in 3 months, accomplish this. How can we make sure that you hit those targets so that you can have what you want in your life without sabotaging yourself? That's a whole other topic. But goal setting is extremely important. Knowing the why behind what you're trying to achieve will make it much more possible. And this is also where a life coach can help you with that. It's really important to have a life coach because sometimes we have blind spots that we are not aware of. And this is very true in the case with many people, that we actually kind of sabotage ourselves, or maybe we have negative thinking patterns or negative beliefs about the world. Some of them are from childhood, maybe we picked up, some of them are cultural, some of them are from our, media or whatever. And those kind of beliefs are going to still inhibit us from getting what we want. The other one is mindset, and that ties into the last part about beliefs. When we understand our beliefs, we can understand how we operate in the world and how our behavior actually affects the outcome of certain things. The other thing that people often work on is work-life balance, because work-life balance is something that is, for a lot of us very hard to achieve, and having to figure out, okay, where am I in terms of, do I take care of myself while I'm working towards my professional goals? How am I maintaining my relationships? Do I put everything aside? Or sometimes it's even the relationship with yourself, because sometimes we focus so much on goals and, also fulfilling other people's needs that we kind of put our self-care and we put ourselves aside. And the last thing, a life coach can help you realize your potential. And this is something that definitely, I have a life coach. I've had one for over a year now. And I would say that the best thing is being able to kind of figure out which areas that I've been strongest in so that I can make goals and try to achieve that. And, somebody said, yeah, but if you're a life coach, then why should you have a life coach? And what I said is, would you like to go to a dentist who doesn't believe in dentistry? How would that even work? You want to go to a life coach who believes in having a life coach, because obviously it's something that works for them. Anyway, if you have any questions, let me know, please, and have a wonderful week.